why you're not a wife or husband yet, including myself, because we're not ready to be that. Y'all always think y'all ready for something. Y'all are not ready for it. That's why it hasn't happened yet. God does not see fit for him to trust somebody's lives in your hands at the moment. It's just a sad reality. God does not see fit. It could be for many different reasons. It could be finances, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You name it, you might not be ready for it. Do you know how much it costs to be a parent? Oh, my background. Do you know how much it costs to be a parent? Do you know how much it costs to be a human being? I'm talking being able to afford your own everything, your house, rent, mortgage, bills, cars. You know how much it costs to afford that? Do you know the spiritual toll it takes on you when you're unable to do certain things, or the emotional toll that it takes on you, or the mental toll that it takes on you for you to do things? Do you know those things? That's why you're not married, and that's why you're probably not a parent. And this is really, I'm not focused on parents right now. That's why you're not married. You're not ready. First of all, it costs a lot of money to be a husband or a wife. And we can listen to these gurus all we want, and they say, oh, you get a man that pay all the bills, yada, da, 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 da. Okay, and then when you do that, and then like my mama would say, if he wake up one day and decide that he don't want to pay the bills one day, or wake up one day and say, oh, I'm leaving, what you gonna do? Can you afford that? Is the question. Can you afford that? Can you afford your life by yourself? Can you afford your life if any one of y'all was to lose your job? Can you afford that? If any of y'all was to lose a parent, can you handle the mental and physical and emotional toll that takes? Can you handle that? Anyone loses a child, can you handle that? And then we look at it and we like, oh, well, so and so was able to get married, or I see my niece and my nephew getting married, or I see all these different people around me getting married, and it's like, listen, like I said, I know 5 to 6 divorcees, and I'm not talking about just them. I'm talking about a whole plethora of them. If they waited on God, like how a lot of us waiting on God, they probably would have never been married either. They probably been waiting just like us. But sometimes instead of waiting, they take matters in their own hand and they just go and they do things. Which is probably why they're still married, or the reason why they already got divorced. They already got a divorce. So, I come on here to say, you're not married because you're not ready. And the crazy thing is, I don't know how can one get ready for these type of situations. Like, I feel like it has to be already in you. And then when God develops you into being into that being, then God will introduce you to who you need to be introduced to. Then God will present you to who you need to be presented to. As soon as everything starts to add up and starts to come together, like, I mean, I don't really know, but I'm just saying, personally, from all the success stories that I've saw, you just have to be content in so many different situations. But I say to say, you're not married because you're not ready. Accept that. and just continue to focus and work on yourself. Focus on what you got going on. That's plain and simple.